Hi AfterBuzzers, you're watching the AfterBuzz TV after show for Scream Season 2, Episode 1, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Join us as we break down the episode and give you our thoughts and predictions. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I know what you did last summer. It's like so appropriate,
I know,
right?
It's such a murdery song.
Yeah.
I'd kill people to this.
You would. Oh my goodness. Hello guys. I'm your host Katie Campbell and you can find me on Twitter at KatieEE Campbell. That's Katie with 3 E's Campbell. Joining me in studio tonight, two amazing people over there.
Hi guys.
Yeah, Pegah Rad. She's
Pegah
excited.
Rad. I'm so excited. You can find me on Twitter at Pegah Rad.
You can find me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL. I'm sorry, everyone's just so damn excited. I'm excited too. My ladies.
Yeah.
This show, what are you guys thinking so far? Season 2.
I like the way it started off. It started off really good. I like the way they infuse current pop culture with the way the killers are, and I just really, really enjoyed it. I thought it started off better compared to last season.
Yeah.
I
They
love
really got
how it always starts out with that quintessential girl at home alone and there's a killer. I mean, yes, it ended up being a film that they were watching, but still, I like how it opens with that.
And that was a good way to flip it back on us, because we weren't expecting it. You know?
Butterscotch.
Yeah.
Well, thank goodness that they did that because honestly, that was really cheesy. This
It was
girl
cheesy.
going in the attic was open.
I got mad though when I saw the cat. I was like, "Don't kill the cat." I was
Oh,
like,
I
"You're gonna
know.
start off with animal cruelty?"
I know, I
Yeah.
hate
Come
when
on.
they kill animals in anything. But I love that it's kind of like Scream. They did that. I think the Scream 2, they started out in a theater, and it's like the movie about her life. Granted, I don't know if this is about the Lakewood murders,
Right.
but it's a horror movie. But I love it. It's like the movies, you know? We got a movie, and we get somebody being harassed and pranked, because doesn't that happen as well?
Yes. They've always been really good at drawing similarities between the show and the actual movie. Like later with Kieran and her
Yeah.
starting to get a little intimate, and then she pulls away. She did that in the first film a lot.
Yeah.
And they do a good job of just flipping it, like how like the original movie, how they compare it to how it's like how real people would really be in those situations. And I like how they keep that through line, because that's the quintessential thing from the original Scream movie is like how would normal kids, like they call out how killers really are and how dumb it would be to go somewhere by yourself. And then
Yeah.
they talk about it, even though they still end up doing it.
Right.
But so I like that. I think
Yeah.
they do a good job of that.
Yeah, they do. They still end up doing it, though, and it drives us crazy. I love what Season 2 is doing, showing us how all the characters, it's kind of giving us a glimpse of what they're doing, what they've been doing the last 3 months. We have Audrey working at the movie theater. And this whole prank thing, did you guys think it was going to be a prank, or did you think that, oh my God, right off the bat, we're killing somebody?
There's no way I thought it was a prank.
Yeah.
Who would take a prank that far? I mean, that's insane.
Well, but like I'm saying, like that's how this culture is. Like they would do that nowadays.
You think?
Yeah,
You know,
like
with the
anything
vines and
Yep.
pranks, everyone's trying to YouTube something.
Especially because he was recording it.
Yeah. Like, see, it's a joke. It's a joke, right? You
Yeah,
slap your
but-
hamburger out your hands. No, it's a joke.
Yeah,
See?
but isn't that just like, wouldn't they get arrested for that? The cop just let them go.
Yeah, they
I
probably
think in
should.
real life they would have been arrested.
Yeah.
So Noah was there screaming, banging on the windows as Audrey was about to hit this guy who was about to quote unquote stab her, not really. Did you guys think that was weird? Did he say he was gonna come pick her up? I missed that if he did, but
They were texting.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I kind of actually thought that when the whole movie started like that, I thought there was a real killer, and I thought they were going to go in the route of the old Nightmare on Elm Street movies, where whenever they do a sequel, the person who survived the last movie usually dies in the beginning of the sequel.
okay.
To let you know what I mean?
Oh,
They did that a lot.
really?
So I was like, oh, are they going to kill her first? Because that would have really just flipped everything. You know, you
Oh
really
my
wouldn't have
gosh.
expected it.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought they were going that way, because the acting was so real. When Noah was screaming, I was like, oh my God. Like
Yeah.
my heart was in my chest.
Oh my
My
gosh.
my veins were pulsating.
Oh my gosh, and yeah, and they referenced that movie later on
Yeah, they
too,
did.
which is kind of neat. Maybe
With
that's
the
where they
dreams
took
and all
that
that?
from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved how when Audrey was in the theater and that the screen turns on and it's like that child sounding song.
Yeah.
That's like another thing that they do in horror movies
Yeah.
all the time. It's like the pairing of like a scary scene with like a la la la
Yeah.
la, you know?
Creepy
it's so
chant.
creepy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what do you think about Noah having a podcast about all of this stuff.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's typical
It's
Noah.
perfect.
It's like what Noah would do.
Does it make you suspect him?
No.
It's too easy, but I mean, it could be. But he's just, the only thing I see with Noah is, like, I can't see it being him, but there's this socially awkward thing with him where it's just so weird when he talks to them about the killings. You know, like the fact that he's so infatuated with it. And I like how everyone's just, you can't not be creeped out by that. Like, everyone just got killed. Like, the girl he fell in love with last season got murdered. And he's still like, anyway, but guys, this killer's kind of crazy, right? Like, he's just so infatuated with it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying he's the Jamie Kennedy, right? Of the film.
Yeah.
So just obsessive and gets like a thrill out of the stuff. Like the gorier and the more morbid, the better.
Right, and we see in his room he's got posters of all these scary movies and stuff, but in that way, would that make him at some point stop being so interested in just like retelling the story, all the things that are happening, and then start creating one himself?
So is that what you're thinking? Is that what
I'm
you're leaning
thinking
towards?
that's what I'm going towards.
Wait. So you think he may be guilty?
I don't know.
That's not a bad theory. So you're thinking that, I mean, we're already jumping to theories. No, but
Yeah,
I know.
There's so many
predictions.
theories.
I know, I can see where you go. So you're probably thinking that, like, with the podcast, he wants to keep the podcast going, so he kind of adds to it.
Well, there's a lot of things in the episode. I watched it twice, and when I was watching it the second time, I noticed little things that he was saying that was weird, like the fact that he was at the theater in the first place, banging on the windows. We said that he's got the podcast going, and you know, I don't know. There's so many different things he does that just makes me think like he's obvious, but he was obvious in season 1. Then he wasn't. We accepted like he's the Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
He's just obsessed with it. But in that way, maybe that's why they would go, he's the killer, because we wouldn't suspect it.
He could be the original accomplice.
But
that doesn't work for me the same way that I didn't like the fact that it was Piper who was the killer last week. In that, like, he's too
Podcast.
He's too frail to be doing all that manhandling.
too frail.
You know what I mean?
It's just too obvious.
Like these guys who turn out to be the killer, they're so frail. Like they're like the guys that end up killing outweigh them at least 50 pounds. They're athletes. It's like, come on, they're carrying these huge weapons. I don't know.
It's got to be someone who is strong and buff, a man that was involved in season 1 that we're going to find out season 2, and maybe the sheriff.
It could be more than one person.
Well, because it was Dewey in one of the Scream movies, right?
Dewey.
Right.
Not Dewey.
No, not Dewey.
One of
Yeah.
the sheriffs, wasn't it?
I think that
Or
was
they
maybe
thought it was Dewey. And
yeah, Scary Movie.
Scary Movie
was Dewey.
You're right, yeah.
Wah, wah, wrong one.
Yeah.
But you know what I wish I had? Like a timeline of where everybody was at what points.
Of tonight's episode?
Probably like all last season too, just to kind of narrow it down. Like
That's what they do with us. They they have to go and they're taking care of something. And
Yeah.
the character's out doing whatever they're taking care of, meaning that they could be a suspect in this killing.
right, but I want to create like a poster board at home
do
and
it.
put like little pins and be like, where?
You know, back to the prank. The one thing I really liked about the prank, because this was in my mind while it was going down.
Yeah.
I liked how Audrey was trying to escape, but then she just instead of looking for a way out, she just applies herself, finds another weapon, and kills the killer. Because that's her personality. You know what I mean?
She's smart.
And she's not afraid.
Yeah, she's not afraid.
So and I'm glad that she wasn't, because everyone just keeps running, and I'm like, it's one person with a knife.
Yeah, I
know,
would be.
I
running.
mean,
I've been the one running upstairs.
I mean, I'd be scared too, but there's a level of like, this one person with a knife. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's one person. I mean, I know that mask adds fear, but there's got to be some level of, after running, there's got to be some point of, you know what, it's fight or flight.
Oh my
And I like that she's the one that when she did that, it kind of leads credence to the fact that, maybe she was an accomplice.
Right.
Because she's not afraid
She's not afraid.
to confront.
Right.
And she knew like where
I
to
know.
stab. Like it was like so strong.
So she's the one who's getting harassed in this episode. It was Emma all last
Yeah.
season. Do you think it's going to be multiple people eventually, or is it just going to stay Audrey? Because we saw at the very end of the season that she wrote letters to Piper, and now she's being harassed. Who's she being harassed by?
I like that it's Audrey. I like that they switched it. I'm glad that
Right.
it didn't come back to Emma. You know, because since they
Yeah.
switch it now, because now Emma can get it.
Right.
Emma can't handle much more right now.
Yeah.
She's a little going through some stuff. So I'm glad that they are giving her a break.
Yeah.
Right. They talk a little bit, you know, we have her welcome home party and everybody's there, the Lakewood 6.
Kieran.
That's so crazy that the Lakewood.
Yeah.
That's so. I thought that was really cool.
Pegah loves Kieran.
She's
something about him.
It's like she picks and chooses her crushes. What about
It's
Jake?
just-
You
I
like Jake?
do. Jake was too like.
I
dumb,
like Jake.
I love you. Like when he's cursing.
Okay, we
I
have to
love
talk
you.
about these
Yeah.
two relationships.
Oh my God! What did he say? Can I just say really quick? 2 birds, 1 Jake.
What does
does
that-
that mean?
What does it mean? It never, like, he says the weirdest things.
Screw
last
you,
season, too.
stupid Locke. I'm like,
But, like, I like Jake because he was so, last season, he was this angry guy. And at first I'm like, oh, this guy's got some issues. Maybe he's involved in the killing. But then
Yeah.
he's not. He's just like that dumb jock. But at the same time, we learn more about Jake as the season goes on, and he becomes this guy who's got a little soft center in the middle. He fell in love with Brooke. I love it.
you were searching for it when you saw him without that shirt. Like, see, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
They broke into the school pool. There's cameras everywhere at the school.
Right.
It's crazy to me how fearless everyone still is and kind of willingly ignorant.
Right.
Specifically
Right?
after a mass murderer just like killed everybody, and they're still like, "Hey, let's just walk around and
Right.
break into things and just whatever, walk into things by ourselves." I would never be alone again.
I would
Yeah.
move out of town. I would change my name.
know.
I would be off of all social media. I would hide. I'd be so terrified.
If they found you, like the killer went and chased you,
Oh my
because they
God.
did that in the Scream movie. She went away to college.
That's true. Wait, how long was it between the last season and this?
3 months.
Okay, so just
Emma
like
was
the
a summer.
summer break.
That's crazy. It was just a summer break that you just witnessed all of your friends and your boyfriend die.
and you're back.
Well, no
Like, hey,
wonder
guys.
she's going crazy. I mean, we see. Wait, first of all, we have to finish talking about Brooke and Jake. The fact that they broke up over him talking about bringing up Mr. Branson.
Yeah. Wait, but who was the dead body? I don't remember from season 1. Was there a dead body?
Dead body was the mom was doing some drugs or
Yeah.
something, and the mom had a friend who OD'd in their guest
Oh, that's
bedroom.
what it was.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
You know, and at first we thought, oh my God, the dad killed the mom.
Yeah.
But no, she's alive.
Yeah.
Mom's alive.
So the dad, that video was eventually leaked, right?
Yeah.
So that's why he was in jail and he's dealing with all this legal stuff. And the dad's never going to approve of Brooke and Jake because,
He framed him. Not
Blackmailed
framed.
him.
He blackmailed him. Yeah.
yeah. And Jake made that one comment, though, about Mr. Branson. By the way, did he die? He didn't die.
Mr. Branson, no.
No.
Because he was outside Brooke's house when she had the party in the
Yeah.
last
Right.
episode. But I don't know if
Yeah.
he was actually.
They never found the body or anything. They never said he was dead. We just when the light disappeared.
So why
he
aren't
just
we
disappeared.
addressing that?
We
I
can
want to
assume-
know.
yeah.
He probably, I'm guessing we're assuming he survived.
Tell us in the comments what
Tell
you
us.
think.
Let us know if he
Yeah.
lived.
What we're missing.
Yeah, so they break up, and Jake gets. Where was he going? I was so confused with the fact that he was gonna go. I'm gonna make up for this, Brooke, and I'm gonna do something for you. Why was he? Where was he going? What was he doing?
Oh, when he
in
went to
his
the,
own mind. Yeah, in the barn.
Yeah. Why did he go to the barn?
Honestly, I have no freaking clue.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
I'm guessing we're gonna find. Yeah. Why did he go to the barn?
Why did
Yeah, it's so
gonna
weird.
like get her a piggy?
Why
Like,
did he go to the barn?
Was that the same pig farm, or not?
yes.
I thought so.
Yes,
but then
because
She must
then
have
they
put-
take him into the house next door, and she walks in, and isn't that where?
No, I don't know
No?
where he got murdered, because I feel like when we'll talk about this in a little bit, but when she opens up the barn, he wasn't there.
Right.
And then he was getting killed there. I'm sad that he got killed, you guys.
Well, they had. I'm glad that they got rid of someone.
Of
First
one of the
episode. That was
Lakewood
one of the Lakewood
Six.
6.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
yeah, so
Someone
that's
on
what went through my
The chat. Is
head.
anyone on the chat?
Like oh no, I'm not on the chat.
No.
We could.
Because I need some answers.
Yeah, let's get on the chat.
I want to know if
Should we?
I have
yeah.
the chat up here. I
Ooh.
just gotta make it bigger.
Okay.
thank you.
Oh my gosh, hey guys.
Hey guys, do we know if does anyone know if Branson survived? Did they mention anything? Oh no, what was Jake doing at the farm?
Both of those
I
questions
want to know
we
why
need
Jake
answered.
was at the farm, and I want to know. That's pretty good.
Showed
And
Mr. Branson getting cleared.
Mr. Branson's not dead.
He's in hiding.
He's in
Okay.
hiding. But I also want to know if Jake got killed in the empty house next door, or whatever. Because there was pictures of her and her mom everywhere.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, but like, why would he have been going to that barn? He's like, I'm going to fix the situation, Brooke. What are you doing there?
Maybe got lured in there and we didn't see that part.
I like what
Okay.
someone mentioned there, how they're hoping. Someone said they're hoping for more stabbing and less saw deaths.
That was the vibe I got.
I got that too. I got Saw too.
Ninjas X.
Ninja Zack
Thank you
609.
for that, because I definitely got that vibe. It was like a test. He woke up and his foot was still trapped and he wasn't just killed right off the bat. He just got hit in the head.
Okay, and they said Branson survived. He left the station at the end of episode 10. All right, I must have forgotten. I missed
Jake
that.
was
Okay.
looking for the pink pig, same as Emma's dreams. Weird. They were like, what
But
was
why?
he? Why?
Because right before that scene, he said he was just gonna go find out. He was gonna go win her back
Yeah,
to the
that
father.
didn't make any
All right.
sense to me.
Anyway, Jake was killed off for a
Oh,
reason.
it's
Mr.
Ooh,
Branson.
Mr. Branson.
That's a good
that-
theory.
Mr.
Guy the Boss,
Branson could
96.
If Mr.
still-
Branson's one of the accomplices, that would you need.
Yeah,
You
because he
need a guy.
can't just
yeah.
leave and we not know what he's doing. I mean, somebody had to at least be like, he's in hiding, or he's,
Yeah.
trying to move on with his life, or he's in legal trouble, or for whatever reason, because he had issues at the last school he was at.
But then
Okay.
how would him and Piper be related, or
Maybe they
know,
don't
we-
have to be related.
maybe? Yeah.
Somebody just super obsessed,
Yeah.
aka Noah.
Yeah. Okay. So next, so Jake and so we just spoke about Jake and
Brooke.
And what do you want to say about
Oh, I wanted to say really quickly about the Jake dying, the whole Saw thing.
Yeah.
There was a poll or something where somebody stuck stickers that said, let's see
what- yeah.
you can get out of this, boy interrupted.
Yeah.
He made the comment, girl interrupted in the beginning.
Yeah.
So could it be somebody that was part of the Lakewood Six
it would have
involved?
to be right.
Noah.
Okay.
Or
Shit,
Kieran.
all signs
I mean,
point to Noah,
I mean,
according
Noah still.
to Katie.
I'm sure he still hates them because he hates Jake. He never.
Right.
Him and Jake never got cool.
That's right.
But he
That's
did come
right.
on his podcast. Everybody's been
So
on the
what?
podcast.
Trying to get those views up. Trying to get those
Yeah.
those listens, those likes
Those
and
listens.
shares.
It was just weird. Like, unless somebody's tapping into the phones or has got a camera in Kieran's house or something. But Emma and Kieran, how are you guys feeling about their relationship?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like Noah's my favorite male character.
Okay.
Jake's kind of too, I don't know, that fake douchey,
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah.
Jake happy, Jake mad now. Like,
Yeah.
kind of, it gets on my nerves.
That's
and
good.
Kieran, hey, thank you. And Kieran, is that it? Kieran?
Yes.
Kieran.
And Kieran, that moody, dark character, like, hey, everything's wrong in my life, but can you
Yeah.
love me, girl? You know, like that thing he does. Pegah loves it.
No, I mean,
You know, she got shivers. She's like, oh, Kieran.
no. I like that he
Like-
takes care of her. I feel like he's more
yeah.
manlier and a little more grown up than the
Okay.
rest. And I don't really like his moodiness because sometimes he's just like.
And you know
like,
something?
Sleeps
Yeah.
on the couch.
Like, I don't think, aside from the end of last season, I don't think I've ever seen him actually square off with the killer.
Yeah.
No, wasn't there that one time?
At the very last episode when the killer's trying to kill everyone at the house at what's her name's party,
Yeah,
Brooks?
Brooke's party, but I don't recall a specific scene of when they tried to fight. So
Yeah, he just came around the corner.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
then he found out his dad died. So I don't know.
Man,
I mean, I'm cool with the relationship.
Kieran?
Well, I feel like I feel bad for that whole situation because Emma had this freak out. She went away for a while. They just kind of broke up, but they obviously still have feelings for each other. And he just got really weird at the fact that she's kind of still jumpy, which I understand. She was just really like harassed and attacked all last season. So, but he, like you said, Pegah, went on the couch and he responded with weird texts, and he's just not like, I don't know. There's something off about the situation.
I liked how the next day how she said she texted him. He was just like, ha ha.
Yeah, what is that response?
But that's such a regular
Maybe-
awkward dating text. That really happens. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what to say.
Awkward laugh.
LOL. All right, let me just. I don't know what to say to her.
Speaking of a weird relationship, Emma's got a weird relationship with her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how you
it's-
communicate after that.
She's running away from her.
I would too.
She doesn't really trust her, right? Because she wasn't being completely honest at first.
Yeah,
Right.
Like I killed my sister. Like I just found out I had this. She probably wanted a sister her whole life. She gets one, she shoots her.
Well, that girl was crazy.
I know.
I wouldn't want her.
I know.
That's a huge secret to keep,
Yeah.
from your daughter.
What if she was growing up her whole life telling her mom, "Man, I wish I had a sister." You know,
Well,
the
like-
mom's like dealing with that, like, oh, no, you don't.
Yeah. There's definitely more secrets too, because we have, we've got Emma and her dreams and whatever's going on with that. But before we get right into that, I just want to talk about all these new characters, which started this whole dream sequence and conversation.
I love it. I love the new characters.
Yeah, we got the teacher who,
Yes. Psych
what-
teacher.
do you think she's crazy perhaps? Or she's just really, empowered and about her, really loves her psychology?
I think it's too early to tell. What do you think?
I think it's too early to tell, but what's with these high schools with these really attractive, charismatic high school teachers? Like I've never been to a high school like that. I'm like, man, they look more like college teachers. Because in college, you see teachers like that. But I've never had this young, they know how to talk to the kids. Like, what's up, guys? Anyway, who reads comic books? And they're all really attractive. Like, man, this is a crazy school.
I had two in my high school. That's it.
Yeah, there's some.
Give me a couple of mine, maybe. Yeah, but no, I don't think, not yet. I don't know.
What about her offering Emma, like, I'm here if you need me?
Well,
Okay,
maybe she's
that's
just nice.
nice, but the reason Emma was like opening up to Piper last time, that's how Piper knew everything.
Right.
That's true.
So be cautious, Emma.
Yeah. Although
That's
she
a
really
good point.
necessarily feels like she needs to talk about it.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of stuff going on up there.
And it's so funny that she's a psychology teacher, right?
Yeah.
Like what Emma needs.
I know.
So
Right.
bad.
That's probably
It's
why
not
she
like a
did-
math teacher.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's psychology.
That's probably why she put the number. It'd be crazy if she was a math teacher. Like, hey, listen, if you want help with your algebra and if you want to talk about your family issues, just send me a call.
It's got to be
Text me.
psychology. And we have the new girl, Zoe, or she, I guess, has been at the school for a while, but she's new to us.
Yeah. I liked her very much. She
really
made an impression
smart.
on me.
Yeah.
Wait, who's Zoe?
Zoe, she's got the nose ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's-
that's
yeah.
right. Okay.
She's like a
Zoe.
female. She's almost came off like a female version of Noah. She was just so quick with the horror dream things. Mm-hmm. You know, I was actually thinking that. Actually, no. You're gonna go to the next.
Oh, what were we talking
Next
about?
guy.
Tell me.
The son of the sheriff.
Oh, let's talk about him.
I
Yeah.
was thinking
and the
that.
sheriff.
Yeah.
I was thinking that Noah's character from last year technically got split in two with this episode with Zoe and the new guy, because they're both kind of like one's the creepy comic book guy and one's the horror nerd. And so they're kind of like two Noahs split in half.
Yeah.
So, and because they know so much and it's so obvious that it would be them, you don't really think it would be them.
But then would that mean it's them? Because it's too obvious, so we're like pushing it aside.
I know, it's crazy.
I feel like it's always the character that is like on the sidelines.
Yeah.
It's not like the main person that's super obvious. Like Piper would come around a little bit and then she'd be
Right.
gone for a while. It's always that side character.
But it has to be logical. Like, you can't make it a surprise just for the sake of it being a surprise, because then it just comes off stupid. Like, oh, who
Right.
knew it was Piper's mom the whole time, or something, or like it was Emma's mom the whole time.
Oh my god.
that'd
Or
be
it
so
was
dumb.
Emma the whole time.
See, no, that wouldn't. Oh, that would.
I don't know.
No.
It would be good if it was Emma. If it made her so insane, she
Right.
got a second personality and she doesn't know about it
That could happen.
because she's having these hallucinating dreams.
Yeah.
Somebody Sky the Boss 96. Zoe is not gonna make it.
I know.
Kind of what I
hope
feel.
not. New blood already.
Probably in a couple episodes
I like
or
Zoe,
something.
but she might not make it.
Oh my
hope-
god, the weekend. By the weekend.
I hope they do a better job of not killing people off too quick. Because I thought last season, the first 5 episodes, every episode someone was getting
yeah.
it. And then
Yeah.
the last 5, they kind of spread it out. So I hope they do that with this season. I hope it's a little, because I thought it was more effective when they're spread out. When you
Right.
spend 2 episodes with someone and then you lose them, it leaves an impression.
Totally agreed. Yeah. I feel
What
like
do you think about the guy drawing the picture of Emma with like gashes in her face?
so. That's the sheriff's son,
Yeah.
right? Can we talk about the sheriff really quick
Yeah.
too?
I think he's sketchy.
He is kind of sketchy.
Go.
He let those people go without arresting them. That's weird. Like just like a little slap. Like, oh, go pretend stab somebody else, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was just. I think he wasn't. He just may be very nonchalant. He seems like he's that cool nonchalant sheriff. Like, hey, if you don't want to sign this thing, you don't got to sign this thing.
But I feel like he's convincing her not to do it. Not like, yeah, I'm cool, but I'm convincing you not to do it. And by the way, he said that he was from Lakewood a long time ago. He left. Okay, I'm thinking, this is my theory last year. The sheriff was it. He's Troy, Brandon's brother. Maybe Miguel is Brandon's brother, Troy, going under this new name, Miguel Acosta. Could that be it?
My
I was
mind
stuck
just
on the
blew.
sheriff
I don't know.
all season until he was gutted.
I know. Were you? That's hilarious.
I really was.
I don't know. I'm not gonna make any predictions yet because it's
Okay.
episode 1. I can't. It's crazy. That's crazy, guys. If we make predictions now, it's too.
I know.
Well, even though I'm impulse to, I already have a theory because the Noah thing, it's in my head now. But I don't want to do that. But the sheriff's son, the drawing the blood on the head. Like when he did, I was like, okay, this guy's not the killer. It's too
Right.
obvious.
Yeah. Well, because last season, Kieran was the son of the sheriff, right?
And he was a creep.
That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Right? So then now we have this guy. So I guess we'll just see. He said all of 2 words this episode. So
He's a good artist though. That was a pretty good picture.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good picture.
creepy though.
Yeah, really
Creepy.
creepy.
Doing?
That's a really good
And
artist.
Shouldn't the teacher be like, put your iPad away?
Yes. Very true, Katie.
Well, I mean, he could just pretending he's typing like, hey, I'm taking notes, and he's just
But then was nobody sitting behind him to see that? Because if
No,
I
he was
saw,
in the last row.
Oh, okay.
Like a true creeper.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
what are you drawing
I used to
over
be a
there,
last
buddy?
row guy.
What happened?
I used to be a last row guy.
I was a front row girl.
See?
Yeah, I think
I was like
I
teacher's
don't
pet.
remember.
You
Maybe, sat somewhere in the
I
middle.
knew no one and I was insecure.
Something I love what they're doing is this whole dream talk and this theory and memories
Yeah.
and visions and all of that kind of stuff, and comparing it to Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
Which is
really
my
interesting.
favorite series ever.
Isn't that? Didn't you say that's like the scariest movie you've ever seen?
I'm actually still terrified of Freddy.
You know
like,
what's so
I have
crazy?
like horrible nightmares where I like spring out of bed and I'm like sweating.
To this day, no one has scared me more in my life than Freddy Krueger.
Oh my
I
God,
used to have
really?
nightmares. I used to have nightmares
seriously.
about that guy.
Yeah.
like,
Like, well.
Well, I just actually recently watched it for the first time because I think it might. When did it come out?
like
80s.
So I
like
wasn't
80
alive yet.
Yeah.
wah, wah.
But I watched it. I watched it recently and I enjoyed it. But it was an older film, So
Yeah.
watching it with like,
The Johnny Depp one was Johnny Depp.
oh no, I didn't watch that.
Okay, you gotta
one.
watch. That's the scariest one. The
watched
very, very first one, just Nightmare on Elm Street, is the
Wait,
scariest.
that's what I thought I watched.
Did you watch?
Johnny Depp is in it as the
Okay.
young kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I saw that.
Okay.
So what did he? They said. I think Noah said it that you have to face the killer in your dreams or something.
Yeah, so it's something like bad dreams is taking your fears and externalizing it. Or like
Okay.
it's like whatever your brain is afraid of, it will dream it. And so I don't know. I need to go back and see what he said. But no way, Nightmare on Elm Street reboot is coming? No.
Again, this is like the second time they rebooted it.
Yeah, they've done it a lot.
Marissa S says that she's mentioned something about how the killings might depend on what film they're referencing.
Yeah. That's
So, like,
cool.
say this season is, I Know She Did Last Summer. That was the title of the first episode. So apparently someone knew what was happening, and now they're gonna torture them like they did in that movie to Jennifer Love Hewitt, the
Did they
former love of
use
my life.
the same former love of your life?
Yes.
Did they use the same weapon in that movie?
No, they had a hook. They had a hook in their hand.
Well, they gave Jake a hook to try to defend himself when the killer was killing Jake.
It was a hook. You're right, but was how big of they had like a? It was one of those like
Small one.
Yeah, it was like this big long. It was like a hook, and he just used it to murder everybody.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be if that. I like how they reference every old horror movie throughout the entire season.
Yeah.
So last year everything was heavily Scream. It'd be crazy if they pretty much used points from I Know What You Did Last Summer throughout this whole season. That'd be kind of cool.
But you think they'll use
agree.
other horror movies
Well,
as
yeah,
well?
I mean, because there's 10 episodes. Like after 4 episodes, you're pretty much probably done with I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
But then also, so Emma with her fears, what's going to happen in her dreams, and will that turn into her reality? That's kind of the whole Nightmare on Elm Street thing.
Right.
So,
And they referenced like memories and dreams that you have can come from somewhere in your head where it was a memory that was pocketed, I forget.
suppressed.
Yeah, suppressed. So I think, like, because we see Emma having these dreams about this pig farm, and it was her as a little girl. She must have been there before.
Absolutely.
Without even knowing it. She probably
Just as a kid, you don't really remember,
could be.
you know?
suppress those memories, and then now all of a sudden she's saying it.
Yeah,
Do you guys think she has like PTSD?
could be.
think
Makes sense. I
so.
mean, she really like a lot of people died for it. Really quick, Jeremy Garrett, Dream Warriors is the best Nightmare on Elm Street. That has nothing to do with this episode, but it really, I want to.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
That's like part 4.
Yeah.
Part
Okay.
4, part 5.
I'm gonna have to watch them.
There's like 12 of them. There's a lot of them.
Oh wow.
So just-
Okay.
the first 5 you're good.
All right.
Watch the first 5.
I'll watch the first 5. So what do you guys think? This is why I'm like, why does Noah have a picture of the pig farm on his murder board, which is super creepy?
Well, it was the reference to the brother.
Exactly. And if he's going to have his research done, he's pretty thorough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and Emma probably saw it as a child. I'm guessing the mom took her there.
Yeah, like she had a relationship with her sister, maybe.
Oh no, that'd be crazy.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it could be.
Where did the sister grow up? Did she grow up with? Where did Piper grow up? Did she grow up with Troy?
She was adopted,
raised-
right? They sent her to an adoption.
Oh,
Didn't they?
okay.
Yeah, and that's why she was so pissed.
So then maybe did the mom have a relationship with Troy, and like not relationship like they were dating, but a friendly relationship because Brandon was the father of her kid. You know what I mean? So then she would bring Emma to the farm. I mean, she's had to have been there. There's pictures of her there. She keeps getting flashes of her there. Why did Emma and Brooke go there at night?
I was so like, with everything. If this was the last season, okay. With everything that's happened, why would you go to a creepy farm at night with Emma? Emma's no fighter. If she was with Audrey, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Audrey can fight, but Emma is just. I mean, Emma and Brooke. Brooke is no fighter.
Brooke.
Specifically, Brooke. That's what I meant. And
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just crazy. And Brooke is saying it. She's like, why can't we just come in the daytime?
It's so
Or never.
true.
Like-
yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, Emma, I'm shocked that Emma survived to this point. Audrey, I'm not shocked. But Emma,
Yeah.
she doesn't make smart decisions.
And then after they're done looking at the barn, she's like, let's go into this empty house and
What is
see."
she doing?
My
What is
God.
she doing?
Yeah, no. Then there's pictures of her on the wall. The TV is weird. It's like it's obviously a setup.
Yeah.
And somebody walks in. Do you think that was a killer? Do you think it was Troy? What are you thinking?
I think it was Kieran following them, trying to be like protective and be like, Emma, what are you doing? Come with me if
Yeah.
you want to live.
Yeah, right. Come, let me hold you.
That makes Kieran look weird.
Well, he's always looking weird. He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
He had a gun when they first met.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to see this gun?
Just
For no
trying to, like,
reason.
protect her.
Yeah, but like he's creepy. I think I've seen a couple comments in there suggesting he might be the killer or involved at least.
Was Brandon Piper real dad or Emma? I don't get
Was Brandon Piper's real dad
Oh,
or Emma's dad? So it was Piper's dad.
Right.
Emma's dad is Kevin,
right.
who we
Wouldn't-
haven't met yet.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, wouldn't it have been crazy if the babies were switched and she's really Brandon's daughter? But they had to be around the same age. Her and the
Right.
other kid. They're not. It's
Oh,
not like
yeah.
they're twins,
Yeah,
or
'cause
they're close enough in age.
The other one's a little bit older. She was
Yeah.
like 21, 22, and they're what, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
about.
16 now, or going in their new school year. Do we cover everything in the episode? Do you guys want to predict a little bit about who you think
yeah.
the killer is? And talk
Yeah.
about what they showed us for the season 2.
Oh, yeah.
And we touched on Jake, right? So everyone's sad. Jake's gone.
Jake's dead.
Jake's bye.
I mean, that was kind of shocking that they went with him.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not sad, but I'm shocked.
I wanted them and Brooke and him to love each other.
I know. I thought they were gonna get
man.
more time together and with them as a relationship, but
Right.
Ugh, no, I
right.
was getting so tired of it already.
Really?
They're
Okay.
just like, go get a room.
Okay.
It's like annoying.
Go to the pool in
Go
the
to the
school.
pool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into some predictions.
Okay.
So, in this season, there was so much to what happened.
nothing.
Nothing.
There was so much that they showed us in this season, in Scream. I caught a few things. I think Kieran got stabbed.
It looked like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the stabby face. The.
Yeah.
where he gets it in the back. He's like, that's a stab face.
Yeah.
Oh, like he's kind of like someone comes behind him and says hi. He's like, oh, he gets shocked.
Stabby face.
And we see Emma saying she was almost stabbed, so maybe she was almost stabbed in the house there at
Yeah.
the end.
And I also think that she's gonna get like the crazy card pulled on her a lot. Like I didn't imagine that. Like it was real.
the
No,
hallucinations.
you're going crazy.
That's true. She is hallucinating, so anything can happen. And we saw. I think this is the part I noticed. Sorry.
Yeah.
The three-way kiss
Yeah.
between Audrey, Noah, and Zoe. Zoe went straight. She like kissed both of them, then just makes them kiss.
Yeah, so Zoe's like a little bit forward with
She's
that
a little
kind of stuff.
experimental.
So maybe she's more than just like, oh, she's a sweet, nice girl who's gonna get killed.
I'm happy for Noah, man. Noah's
Yeah.
still a virgin, probably. You know,
Guys.
And like, it's great to lose your virginity, but to lose your virginity in a threesome.
Yeah.
Like, no, I mean, kudos for Noah. Good
You
for him.
think
And
that's gonna go all the way? It's not just a kiss.
happening.
well, I don't know, but it's
It's
a
not
great
happening.
experience for him. Like, he's probably going through like he's like his dreams are being like fulfilled right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like with the killings, like he's such a murderer nerd.
Yeah.
Like he's survived a murder spree, and on top of that, he has a 3-way kiss.
I think
Like, this guy is
Audrey-
on fire.
No, she'll kiss him and then she'll be like, okay,
Yeah,
guys, gotta go.
She seems a little. I don't think she'd want to do that to their friendship.
Right.
But Noah's just like, I mean, I'll try it.
Right.
Maybe it might bring us closer. Like every guy would say. Maybe it'll make us better friends.
I could talk about this on my podcast.
Yeah, but you guys remember he's still a virgin, so the virgin lives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
according-
they. That's true. He is a virgin.
Maybe the virgin's the killer. You guys, who do you? Okay, I know it's really early to predict and say this person's a killer. It's gonna change every episode. We're gonna be throwing out new people, I'm sure. But right now, who do you think is at least involved?
I really liked your theory of Noah probably doing this for the podcast. I think Noah, there's a possibility that Noah might have been the accomplice, and then he survived the whole thing, just took over the podcast and is keeping it going. And he did this
Okay.
all to protect Audrey.
Okay.
Because he really loves Audrey. Oh. And he did this as a way to get revenge for Audrey.
There's no, you guys. No.
And they did a good job. And they did a good job of not showing it was him last season because everyone expected it to be him or in some way. So now you really wouldn't expect it to be him.
Yeah, and that's why
That's
he's
such
it.
good story. That's such a long form storytelling. Well done.
Yeah.
If that's it, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
What are you thinking, Pegah?
I think it's either the teacher.
Okay.
It can't be anyone new. I don't think anyone
Why?
knew. It's got to be one of the original.
Oh, because they were the accomplice. Well, maybe we just never saw the accomplice. Maybe it was
true.
like,
They were there.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Maybe
Was it who said before about Brandon, the teacher?
Branson.
Branson.
Branson?
He could have been. I don't think he was smart enough to be, even though he's this big charismatic teacher and he likes manipulating kids
Yeah.
and hooking up with his students. I think he could have been being used as the muscle.
Okay. Just the muscle
Yeah.
because somebody needs to attack.
I mean,
those
it's very sexist of me, but
Right.
I can't believe that these small girls or even Noah,
yeah.
they're too small to be manhandling.
They could be taking karate.
We've got a
Even if she
lot of.
is, but they were like, man, did you see the size of
Yeah.
that murder weapon they used to kill Jake today?
And they make the killer look
Yeah.
bigger anyway underneath
Yeah,
that
exactly.
costume.
Come on, you got to give them something.
We're getting a lot of Kieran,
Teacher.
the new sheriff.
Guys, can I
Mr.
tell you,
Branson.
I think Noah, there's some things. He asked Brooke when Brooke's like, Jake and I broke up. He's like, how's Jake? He asked her that. So like, because he's hanging in a barn somewhere. That's
Yeah.
how Jake is.
And he's always hated Jake.
Yeah, and he's weirdly trying to convince Audrey, like, there's somebody else involved. There's an
Yeah.
accomplice. And she's like, no. And he's like, there's another one. He's on his murder board. This is going on. I'm printing out all the texts you got. These trolls are probably the same as the texting ones. Maybe he's being the troll.
No.
And
You know,
and it's perfect. It's perfect for him to for it to end with him being the villain and him explaining his entire plan because that's so him.
Right.
He always over-explains things. He
Yeah,
always says
and-
what's really going on. Well, there's the
and
virgin.
he
There's
knows so much.
yeah. So
No.
he could really end this whole thing and just tell everybody what
Guys.
happened
No.
from day one.
And when the sheriff's son approached him, he was telling him creepy things about, in comic book horrors and your thing is too easy, Noah, because whatever, X, Y, and Z. And Noah's face was like, dude, this guy's on to me.
Yeah, he's
No,
like this
guys.
guy. That's true.
No.
She's not into it. Okay.
Not Noah. I will say this right now. It's just like what the writers are using to.
Okay.
I'm serious to like
Okay.
push. What about this? Like
Yeah.
get the audience thinking about things and like it's not Noah.
Okay.
We will see. I'm so excited
It was a
about
really good episode.
Yeah.
this show, and I'm going to keep a dream journal. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
about you guys.
I keep one.
I keep a
You
journal.
do?
I keep a
Oh my
journal.
god, I see some freaky stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna start keeping one. That's really
That's
interesting.
actually is a good idea.
Yeah.
Keep a dream journal.
And then I look
you
them
forget
up.
everything.
Like I look up the elements in my dream if I see like water or snakes, whatever.
Ooh.
Because they mean something. Your subconscious is trying to tell you something.
And that's what's happening to Emma, and we're gonna see more of that, I think,
Yes.
throughout the whole season. So,
Cool.
yeah, you guys, where can everybody find you on Twitter?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL, and Instagram, the same thing.
You can find me on all social media at Pegah Rad.
And you can find me on Twitter at Katie Campbell. That's Katie with 3 E's Campbell. Instagram at KatieCampbell13 and YouTube.com/KatieCampbellOnline. And find us everywhere at AfterBuzz TV. Yeah. We're on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. iTunes, SoundCloud. Give us that 5-star thumbs up. Leave a comment. Make sure you tweet us what you're thinking about this season. Use the hashtag ABTVScream. And until next week, bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.